was the Newsweek last year.
Mm-hmm.
And here it said, Genghis Khan and Imelda Marcos among the history's greediest.
La la.
They asked me,
No.
Mrs. Marcos, are you
Hey.
greedy? I said, for the good, true, and beautiful, I plead guilty.
Huh.
But how do you feel being compared with Genghis Khan?
Yeah.
He said, mixed feeling, because I'm a history major and Genghis Khan was one of the great history conquerors. But I said, but Genghis Khan conquered with a gun.
Yes.
Genghis Khan fought with hordes and
Yeah.
tribes. He only conquered the east and the west. Here it is.
Yes.
Here is Genghis Khan. I went around the world, my friend, at the height of the Cold War, not with hordes but superpowers. And it was not, and I did not use the gun.
Yes.
We mothered world peace at the height of the Cold War.
Yeah.
I met Chairman Mao. He was a man, I was a woman. I did not like communism,
Uh-huh.
and we were for democracy. But all I did was took his hand and made mano. Mano is a kind of respect in our country.
Uh-huh.
Instead of curtsing, we take their hand, put them in the forehead.
Yeah.
And when I took his hand and made mano, he took my other hand and kissed it.
Uh-huh.
When the world asked him, Mr. Mao, why did you kiss Mrs. Marcos' hand? He said, when Mrs. Marcos respected me, in turn I respected her, admired her, and loved her. And that was the beginning of the end of the Cold War, because the Philippines is America Junior.
Yeah.
See, in 5 minutes, the beginning of an end of a Cold War. The Philippines is like a beautiful woman.
Yes.
All the Superman that saw it wanted to rape her, wanted to get her and possess her.
Yeah.
To this day, every superpower wants to get the Philippines.
Yes. You are also a beautiful woman.
Huh?
You are also a beautiful woman, and in this summit, at the times just men, you were the only woman, so you had no.
Yeah, it's not enough, sir, to. Well, it helps to be nicely packaged, but the more important was your soul.
Yeah.
Your soul. That's why they say people sometimes have charisma. What is charisma? Cara de su alma, the face of your soul. And they see that. Even if I was a beautiful world universe, Miss Universe, if I was in all of that ugly soul, it wouldn't work. Beauty alone will not work. It has to have a soul.
Yeah.
So they say charisma, cara de su alma. They knew what was in my heart. They could see what was in my soul.
But after 25 years after, there are now the celebration of the AIDS revolution, of the people power, they call it. But you are a congresswoman, your son is a governor, I think.
Senator.
Senator. And your daughter
is governor.
Ah, okay. So the Marcos family may came back to power maybe one day.
Well, you know, the nice part is that in this world, justice and truth sometimes grinds exceedingly slow. Not it grinds exceedingly well. It takes many years for the truth to prevail, but it will prevail. And this 25th year of EDSA, when you look at really the facts and the truth since 25 years ago, after EDSA won, after Marcos, we went on a disaster.
Yeah.
This country went on a disaster. Even our constitution is bogus. Miss Cory put together a constitution that was appointed by her. And she was not even elected. That's why she called herself a revolutionary government. Appointed by her and not elected by the people. And she booted out all elected officials. And she booted out all government civil service officials. She booted out the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
That is not democracy, and she's called the icon of democracy. And then, not to allow Marcos to come home, not to give an honorable burial. That's not only a legal human right, that is a sacred right. Even the Lord has said, honor the dead, hold the dead sacred. And then also not allowing Marcos to come home sick, alive, and dead. It was not me, it's not you, it's not anybody who planned for Marcos to be born in the Philippines. It was God. It's not only our constitutional right, legal right, it is our sacred right. And
Yes.
she violated that. That is hubristic.
Yes.
That's the worst kind of crime you can do. And yet she's a saint.
Yes.
Then also, that Marcos was a thief. Look at the budget of Marcos. The budget of Marcos of 20 years was 486 billion. Cory in 6 years was more than double, 1,177 billion. I don't know. So, it's not here, but we have the budget on it. And we are the thieves. And she has not even made a hotel or a hospital or whatever. We did it all during our time. So, for me, it's a vindication of the truth. But in the case of the Marcos, it's not only vindication, it is the real. The fact is there. It's real. The hospitals are there. The things is there because we gave birth to it. We just did not preach. Do this, do this, do this.
Yeah.
We did it. Even this Congress, I built this in 3 months. For
Just
the
3.
parliamentary. When we turned parliamentary. So, this is not only the truth. This is real. They have the best, and the worst. Mira. This is resin, this is plastic, this is garbage. And then instead, my grandchildren, instead of putting a cameo, an ordinary, here, see my mama. That is garbage, this is garbage. I'm showing to the world that we can make everything out of garbage.